Hello everyone, let's play with Play-Doh. And I'm going to lay out this barber cape of mine to protect my table here from these colorful Play-Doh pieces. Okay, smooth it out a bit. Now this video is going to mainly be about the crinkles of the bags because it was rather a general request from many of you who saw me pick these Play-Doh up at Dollar Tree and Dollar General. Now, I cannot remember if the Play-Doh was from Dollar Tree or Dollar General. I don't know which came from where. But because it's about the crinkles mainly, I am going to be moving painfully slow and just enjoying and listening to the crinkles because that is what the request was from so many of you, saying, oh, please do a whole video on just Play-Doh crinkles. And I'm like thinking, how do I do a whole video on just Play-Doh bag crinkles? Because maybe by now y'all know that I don't like to just fiddle with stuff. I like to have a purpose or a means to an end, you know. So, we are actually going to take all this Play-Doh out of their bags, examine it, and play with it a little bit. So, you'll just have to, if the slowness drives you absolutely crazy, put your device down and just listen. Okay, this is red Kiddy Dough. Red Kiddy Dough. And each one comes with a toy inside. They have it worded play pouch, play pouch. Play-Doh is, of course, a name brand, so that's all they have to put on the front of their package. That says it all. Notice they have color combinations with the Play-Doh. And some of them seem to make more sense to me than the others, but they're all interesting. This one will be fun. Those colors are very interesting. Everything in the Play-Doh seems to be very neon looking, whereas the Kiddy Dough here seems to have a very straightforward yellow, red, and blue. This is yellow. And they certainly make it very clear what color they are. Ideas what to do with it. I think there are good and, or I should say, negative and positive aspects to both kinds. Okay, this is an orange and lavender together. That's a very unusual combination. And these have especially delightful crinkles at the cut line. The cut line is nice. They say that one of the main ingredients is wheat. I guess if you're a child and you're allergic to wheat, you can't play with Play-Doh because that's mainly what it is made of, along with salt. Which is why I think some kids can eat Play-Doh. Orange, yellow, and which, whoa, I guess we'll start with Play-Doh first. And orange is so neon. It's such an interesting combination. But isn't that pretty though? They do an interesting idea. And their idea is nice because they show you things you can actually make without a mold or a cutting device. These are things you can just imitate. I don't think I'll do anything that fancy because I suppose I am that creative. I just don't think I'll probably get that far. Let's just get these packages open. Grab and go. Grab and go bags. And they even have instructions on how to do it. How to make the designs that they have on the back. I think that's pretty neat. Whoa, look at that orange. That is so outrageously orange and neon, practically. It's almost like the color of my fingernail polish. Oh no, it's much brighter. Close though. Pretty, pretty orange, neon orange. I think we'll just get all of the packages opened first. Maybe someday, if you like this video, we'll do Play-Doh play, minus the sound of the crinkly bags, because I have a feeling that the crinkles from the black cape are going to be very satisfying as well. Now this is like a lavender kind of purple. And this is a yellow, just a good old-fashioned yellow. It looks like it's instructing me to go along the dotted line. And they've said there's a bonus surprise in each package, but I do not see where the dotted line is. I do not see it. I think we're just going to have to play it by ear. It's in the wrong place. This looks like a reasonable guesstimate. Came open all right. Wasn't easy. The seal and the reclosable part, there's very little space in between them. That's the downside of this Kiddy Dough. But look how big the package of dough is, and plus you get a toy, a cutter, a heart-shaped cutter. That's cool. And maybe the colors are just basic, but it was less expensive. So I think there's more here for your money. And the color's just a little less exciting, but I don't know. I mean, there's 3 times the amount of Play-Doh here than what came in that package. But I don't remember exactly what I paid for the Play-Doh. It looks like the Play-Doh company has more faith in younger children being able to handle the Play-Doh because they have age 2+. And on the Kiddy Dough it has age 4+. I'm just glad they don't put a limit on the age on the other end. Or else they wouldn't let me play. And this is called Kiddy Dough. So that disqualifies me because I'm not a kitty anymore. We're losing a little bit of the dough on the outside there, but it's not bad. It's a pretty bright yellow, I'd have to say that's pretty bright. Feels good, feels the same as the other Play-Doh. Alright, let's open more of these. Get out the red and turquoise blue. I call it turquoise because I think that's what the package represents here. And they put it with a brilliant neon red. Should be interesting. Crinkles, crinkles on the cut line. See, you can cut that on the dotted line and it's actually in the right place. Okay, let's look inside here, see what color. Move this out of the way for a sec. Let's see. Ooh. That's pretty bright. That's very nice. Here we go. Let's get this out of here. It's kind of difficult because it's all flattened. Well, it doesn't look exactly neon. This doesn't. Seems like the blue and the purple colors just aren't, you know, that brilliant. But that is pretty. That's a very nice turquoise. Turquoise blue. Okay, now we have red. This looks very neon. Cut line, very clearly marked. Very crinkly. Alright. Let me show you this. This is looking really bright. Ooh, 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 pretty. See there? Wow, isn't that bright? That's what I call neon. Wow, that looks like almost like a watermelon red, pink. It's kind of bright, very bright. Now we'll open this red and see how it compares, because that's just red. We'll have 2 reds and 3 blues. Should be interesting. I'm getting really close to the line here. If I cut where they have the dots, we'd totally be ruining the resealable snap. See? That's crazy. Well, I guess you get what you pay for, you know. But so far I can't tell any difference in the quality of the dough, just the packaging. And it's opening up okay. I think it's going to reseal just fine. See there? It's just regular red. but it's still pretty vivid, you know. They have to put some serious dye in these things of Play-Doh. Toy. This one is yellow. It's a bird. Oh, cute. A birdie. Flatten this out and save it. Use it again. For sure. I like the idea of putting them back in the same bag that they came in. I wouldn't want to replace it in another baggie, even though, you know, you'd be able to see the color, obviously, what it is, but this is more fun. I think the kids, when they come to play, because my grandkids will come, and hopefully I can get them to play some Play-Doh with me. I think they'll think it's more fun to open up these colorful packages instead of taking it out of clear baggies. I didn't want to wait for them to do this Play-Doh because, like I said, it's been a request on the back burner for a long time. And I would just enjoy this so much more with the quiet. Okay, this looks like it's losing some of the dough to the outside of the package. Not enough to worry about though. Nice. It's pretty bright red, but I can see a very big difference between the two reds. So now we have a yellow. Seems like the yellow and the orange would go together, like they have on the package here. This yellow. We'll just compare the yellows here in a sec. Cut this in half. I'm also kind of curious about the blue as well. I only have one orange, one lavender, but we've got 2 yellows, 2 reds, 3 blues, with all just a little variant, but this is such a nice crinkle. Oh, I love that. Listen. I'm crazy for crinkles. Alright, let's find out what we have got. The package says dark blue, and we have, ooh, dark blue, look at that. Is that navy or cobalt? I don't know the difference between those two names. This is rich. Look how rich that is. See, I would have put that with the red. And I might have put the yellow with the orange. I don't know, but they got some good contrasting ideas. Okay, crinkle. Little bag, crinkle. That's the best part. Alright, let's get cutting along the dotted line, shall we? So curious if this yellow is going to be much different than the other one. Everything's been so neon so far. What do you think? I'll take it out so we can see it better. Everything's all smushed in here. Okay, I worked on that a little bit. Now we got it. Still doesn't want to come out. Yeah, see, that has like a neon tone to it. You can see a little bit of difference there. Much more brilliant yellow than the other one. Okay. All of the Play-Doh on that side. Now we just have one more Kiddy Dough. Blue, blue, and one more blue. And that is what it says on the package. Don't follow the dotted line. Don't follow the dotted line. Uh-oh. See, as I said, there's hardly any space in between the part where it's melted shut and the zip. Man, oh man. Try again here. I don't want to get too close. Okay. So weird that their packaging is all off like this. I don't know where any of this comes from or where it's made. And that's kind of irrelevant. But I can't say that I'm unhappy with this Play-Doh. It feels really good. And it's double wrapped and they have a toy in it. So that's an interesting blue. It's a totally different blue than these two. 3 shades of blue. My goodness. You got the color of sky, the color of water, and the color of the night sky. Very pretty. Imagine having Play-Doh in every color. Well, we don't quite have the rainbow here. We would need, what color would we need? We would need a violet, purple, and we would need green. We're missing green. Oh my goodness, we need green. Okay, any other color besides green that we're missing? Let's see. We have all your basics. Yellow, blue, and red. Those colors, your primary colors there, can make your green and your purple. So pretty much we could have all the colors of the rainbow if I wanted to mix together some of my blue and yellow, which might be a good idea for the next time I play with Play-Doh. But I would probably mix the yellow and the blue from the Kiddy Dough because because there's way more of it. Ooh, that sounds fun. I'm going to do that next time. This time I'm just going to kind of use the cutters and see where we go from there. I almost forgot the last toy. Here we go. Oh, it's a house. It's the shape of a house. Okay, now let me just flatten out a piece. Let's get a little chunk. And let's make it just big enough to fit one of these things. Do a blue house because we have a blue house across the street from me. Little pink houses for you and me. Little blue houses. Okay, we got a little blue house. There we go. Just set that right on top of that. And close up the ends because I don't think I'm going to use any more of that right now. Feels good. Feels really good. I love Play-Doh. Alright, let's get the bag for the yellow Play-Doh brand Play-Doh. First, we need to get a nice smoothed out spot for the chickadee. Okay, we think that's good. There we go. Alright, push that through. Now that I'm done cutting, let's just tuck it away on its prospective bag. Put down my birdie. Put my birdie down. Put my birdie down. Okay. Here, that just formed that together a little bit. Close up our hole. Set this one aside. Okay, so we want to do some red. With these big pieces, I have to just take a chunk off of it. Okay, flatten that out. And just try to guess what form I'm going to use for the red. Some traditions you just don't want to change. Okay, here is my red heart. Oh my goodness, I had that all covered. Darn it. It's okay though. Now, here's the red pouch for the red clay. Let's put that together. repair. Alright, now that's all good, and well, you can certainly see where I put the piece back on. But it will not go back in the bag the way that I took it out. Alright, let's try orange now. What shape should I use on the orange? Neon orange. I wish I had an orange cutter. Now, I have never in my life seen an orange house. Nevertheless, we have an orange house. Because I wanted one. There. Oh, this is just so fun. Feels so good. Definitely gonna have to do this again. Okay, that's the orange. Now, what color should we do next? How about blue? Dark blue. So vivid, so brilliant. No, we don't need another blue house. How about a blue heart? That makes sense a little bit. We can have a blue heart, can't we? Sometimes we do. Alright, come out of there. We have a blue heart. Let's repair our blue lump and make it not have a hole. We don't want any holes in our Play-Doh. Okay, what color should we do next? We should do... First, let me get these over. There now. Everything's a little bit more organized, and we are going to do our neon red. Play-Doh. Play-Doh, brand Play-Doh, with another red heart. I'm not very original, am I? I should have done a purple heart. That makes more sense. For the people in the service. Oh well, it's done now. We're going to have two different colored hearts. Two different colored red hearts. Let's see if you can see much difference here. Come out. You can kind of see the difference. It looks like an orange red. Sitting between the orange house and the red heart, you can kind of see how the colors graduate from orange to red. golden neon orange, orange red to red. Okay, let's do some purple lavender. What color, what shape should we do this color? How about the birdie? Let's do the birdie. Now, I don't think I've ever seen a purple bird, I must say. Fortunately, we are not bound by any rules of logic while playing with Play-Doh. All of your childish whims can take hold. I'll bet you there is a purple bird out there somewhere, though. Maybe in the tropics. Alright. Now the orange and the purple really do look good together. You can see by my nails contrasting. It's an interesting contrast. Okay, let's move on to the last Play-Doh color here and make a, let me see, what do we want to do? How about, can we do a blue bird of happiness? Now everybody's heard of that. And oh my goodness, I saw a bird fairly recently, maybe 2 different times since I've moved out to Tennessee. I've seen a bluebird that looked it was so blue, it looked just like this. And they just seem so rare. I hardly ever see them. They don't come to my bird feeder. But I have seen 2 gorgeously all blue bluebirds. Shade very similar to that. Okay, let's try another kind of yellow. It's not neon. We should make a yellow house. Aren't there such things? You know what? There are yellow houses everywhere. At least there were when I was growing up. It was one of my favorite colors for a house when I was young. And I always thought that I'd like to have a kitchen with yellow curtains. I love yellow. But my tastes did change as I became older. And I was just less enamored with the idea. Although I think I did once upon a time, when I was much younger, I think I did try yellow curtains in the kitchen. I loved it when I saw it at other people's houses. I think it was probably in the 80s. Maybe earlier than that, maybe 70s. Because by the time the 80s came around, then I was noticing that everybody had a lot of blue in their homes. Blue decor, blue curtains, blue houses. Let's put these in order here. There we go. Now I've got 1 of each, 3 of each, and one of each color. Okay, let's say that again. 3 of each design and 1 design of each color. Does that make sense? Did I say that right? Okay, anyway, right now what we're going to do is just form these into a shape that will go nicely back into the bag. Feels so good. Okay, so I think that'll fit very nicely back into the bag. And let's see. There, that's nice. Let's shape up the blue now. It's an interesting thing about doing this video and playing with Play-Doh. It's causing me to just completely lose track of time and to do things a bit more slowly. And I enjoy that. I'm enjoying this very much. Between the crinkles and the feeling of dough in my hands. I should get some tools anyway, even though it's kind of nice to just make things of their own shape. It would be kind of fun to they have those, I remember, gosh, when I was young and my friends always had it. I didn't ever have it. Why didn't we ever have Play-Doh? But you could get the toy that would let you put a piece of dough into a press, and the press would make it come out like spaghetti and noodles. I thought that was the coolest thing, to push the Play-Doh through the shaping machine and have it come out in some pattern or design. I loved that. I just loved it. But it never came out like real smooth on the edges because Play-Doh is rather stiff, you know. There we go, that's a nice, neat little shape there. I think it'll be a little bit different for the Play-Doh, 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 Play-Doh brand Play-Doh. Fold it up like a little burrito. Make a smaller kind of rectangular shape. That was fun, that was easier. I don't want to get any colors mixed in. Roll it up. Close the edges. Just make a kind of rectangle. It'll fit in this bag very nicely. Okay. Probably don't have to roll it up, but I like it. Okay. Close the ends. And then press it into a sort of rectangle. Make it much easier to get out of the bag the next time we go to use it. Unlike this time where I opened it up after having smashed all of them into flat pancakes. Okay, here is our neon orange rectangle. I am just having too much fun. Roll. Every time I say roll, it makes me think of Young Frankenstein movie. Young Frankenstein, and they say, would you like a roll in the hay? He says, what? And she goes, a roll in the hay. There just happens to be a cart full of hay. And she jumps in and lays down in the hay, and she goes, roll. I know that's so silly, but I just love that movie. There's a lot of sexual innuendo in that movie, but that's partly what makes it so hysterical, because it's not nasty, it's just cute. Okay, so we got the contrasting colors there like they have on the package. Here's the purple and orange that they instructed. And this one has the neon yellow on blue. Now that's just kind of rewarding to look at, isn't it? This one has the turquoise, so let's find the birdie. There we go. Interesting color combinations. Again, we have the lavender and orange combo. And this turquoise calls for the neon red. That's the one. Just brilliant. Just brilliant. Isn't that pretty? Okay, this one, let's see. These don't ask for that, but I just have to see how it looks. There we go. Now each one has like an opposite. Isn't that pretty? Yay. I'm such a child. Okay. Isn't that sweet? I just love looking at that. That is so pretty. Okay, let's put them all back where they go. Because we need to go. We need to finish up and put our toys away. Red and yellow and blue. Okay. Mush. 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 Can't go too far because I want it to still fit in the bag. Mush. And when the kids open it up, they'll see the old shape still there. They go, oh, who did that? And I'll say, Grandma did it. Let's put it back in now. I'm going to have 5 out of 7 of my grandchildren come and see me in July. End of July. That's coming up right around the corner. So soon. Hopefully we can make a couple videos together as a family. If I can get the kids to stay quiet, then I can say that no kids are showing in this video, and YouTube will let me post it. But we'll do maybe some spirograph, or I don't know, something kids can do that they won't get bored of too fast. We'll see. Because I know my grandkids are just, they just love the fact that I have a YouTube channel. They were so initially shocked by it, and trust me, I was pretty shocked by it myself. I didn't expect anything like this to happen, but I guess when you just love sounds and ASMR and you think you can do it, then try it, right? Here we are. And my kids are just, grandkids are just so stoked. They want to make a video and participate. I just want to see if I can get my 20-year-old, or is she 21? I have a grandchild that's 21 or 22. Actually, I can't remember. She might be 22 by now. And I really want to get her in a video with me while she's here. Until she'll let me, I'll introduce her. Maybe she could do a video of her very own and I could post it. I don't know. All these different thoughts. I wish I could have them here for a month. But they'll probably stay around 10 days, I think, or at least some of them will. My son is coming separately from my daughter, even though they're both from and live in Montana. But they don't have the same schedules, so... Now my daughter-in-law cannot make it, and that's a real bummer. But she's going to have two of my grandchildren with her, and I think that it's to save time and money and energy there. You know, she's taken two of the grandchildren with her, or one of them. Maybe I'm going to have 6 grandchildren here. Oh, I can't get it straight. Anyway, she's going to go to New York to visit her mom. Okay, only one bag left here. The opening is a little less wide-mouthed in some ways than the other per the amount of dough we're actually putting back in there. These are sealing pretty well though. That's close enough just fine. And I'm not going to put the toy back in there. I guess that's why they had the dough individually wrapped inside, because to protect it from the toy. Here I thought they were just being doubly careful. Now I realize that they just probably did that to be able to include the toy. Now if I keep it all in this Tupperware, it will stay that much more fresh, I guess. There's no big fancy method for putting this back in, and I'm still thinking what will fit best. I can't remember how I had it when I pulled them out. Of course, now they're shaped a little bit differently. They're a little bit more round than the way they came out. So let's put all these together. And put the Play-Doh all together. And those are not attached, whereas they were before. No doubt there's room for it, but I'm a tiny bit anal. Okay, that'll fit there. Squeeze it in between. Zip it on the side. Just kind of level it out here. Well, I'm almost done here, so I just want to say goodbye to you all, and thank you so much for playing with Play-Doh with me. It would be so much more fun if you were really here. But this is second best, so thank you so much. You just have a wonderful, wonderful evening, day, morning, weekend, wherever you are. Bye-bye.